Hi, my name is Robin. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Heart Guided Intuition. I wanted to make this welcome video for you to let you know a little bit about who I am, why I'm here. So, welcome to my channel. I'm an artist. I do painting, a little bit of dance performance, make some music, but I also have a very active spiritual life. I am a shamanic practitioner, so I practice shamanism. But I also love cards. I love oracle cards. I always have. That's not part of my shamanic practice. It's not like shamanic healing at all. It's pure divination, but it's always guided. I have had a love of the cards for pretty much all my life because I used to see my mother reading tarot cards when I was a little girl, and I was fascinated by them. And she also was interested in astrology, so I would kind of sneak her books into my room and read them. And I have been fascinated. As a teenager, I began reading tarot and learning a little bit about astrology. I'm not an astrologer, so I don't really know too much about that in depth. I know basically the general characteristics of astrological signs, but beyond that, not a whole lot. But I do love the cards. I think maybe because I am an artist and they are very visual and they are very tactile, that I just have a love of tarot and oracle card decks. And I love watching a lot of the readers here on YouTube, how they interpret the cards, how the different decks can have the same cards from deck to deck will have a general common meaning, but then altered meanings according to how the artist depicted them on the cards, and the symbolism on there, the colors and everything. So I'm fascinated with them. And I actually had a little bit of a struggle because shamanism is my path. It's a calling. And yet I thought, oh, cards, I was thinking, does it really fit with me as a shamanic practitioner? But I checked in with my guides and I've gotten the okay that yes, it's okay for me to do this. It's in alignment with my path to do this, even though it's not shamanism. The card readings are not shamanism, but they are guided. They are completely guided and channeled. When I do card readings for people, they are absolutely guided and channeled. I cannot do any spiritual work without the help of spirit. So, as I say, heart-guided intuition. It's all intuition, it's guided, and it's guided with love and with the hope that the readings will be helpful to some people, that they're not going to apply for everybody, to everybody. I'm going to do readings. I'm still deciding whether to do them weekly or monthly. I think daily would be a little ambitious for me at this point, but I may start with weeklies. And I would like to do readings, general readings for each sign of the zodiac, because I do see how a lot of the cards, especially in the tarot, correspond with the different elements, and the elements ruling different astrological signs. Anyway, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the cards, and I do use some tarot decks, but I also use other oracle card decks. I'll mention what they are in the readings. I have also designed my own deck. I just call it Spirit Cards, and right now they're black and white. I may add to them, but this is them. And I've designed some of my own cards that I didn't think about them. What I did, it was very interesting how they came out, is that I basically called in sacred space. I did my smudging. I use sage and I use juniper. As juniper is one of the sacred herbs that's used in the paths that have called me. the shamanic paths that have called me. So I burned those 2 herbs, and I did some smudging. I called in the directions with my drum. I do a lot of shamanic drumming, and I called in spirit, and I basically sat down. I put some music on and sat down, and I did not think about the cards. I just started drawing. I took a pen and started drawing. There are blank card decks that are sold. You can get them on Amazon or other places. You might be able to find them in bookstores. But I had this blank card deck for many years, and I've been meaning to create my own card deck for a long time. And the idea of it was a little bit daunting, because I kept thinking, oh, each one has to be a perfect work of art, and what medium will I use, and will they look like my paintings, and I want to get them perfect. And actually, that was what sabotaged my creating the cards. They never got done because I kept thinking they have to be perfect. So when I put the intention out there that I wanted to create the deck, and I called to my helping spirits, and I smudged and called in the directions, I basically said, please help me. And one of my helping spirits came forward and said, I will help you to create this deck. So without thought, without concentrating or any planning beforehand, this deck was created in one night. In one night. I mean, it was hours of work, but it was pure joy, and it flowed through me. And I mean, it's kind of how I paint anyway. As an artist, it's kind of how I paint. Here's one of my paintings. Sorry about the jitteriness. I don't have my tripod right now. So creating this deck of cards was really like, and I may add to them, but there's enough symbolism in here. I went through them this morning because I really just created them last night as I'm making this video, and I went through each one of them, and suddenly, boom. And of course I call in sacred space. I call in sacred space before I do any readings or I would do any spiritual work, and I call to my helping spirits, do some offerings, and I ask to understand these cards, and the meanings came to me as I went through each one and feeling its energy and looking at the drawings, and just feeling through them, really feeling through them with my heart. This is why I call my channel Heart Guided Intuition, because I want to do everything with love, from a place of love, and be a positive force in the world. Even if I touch just one person, even if the readings that I'm doing, if it means something to somebody and it helps somebody in some way, that's what it's all about. So this card deck, I wanted to create it because even though I really am drawn to certain tarot decks and oracle cards, some of them speak to me more than others. And I thought, if I create my own, it's going to have a more personal meaning. It's going to be easier for me to read and tap into, because they've come through me. They've kind of been channeled through me. So anyway, my goal here is to provide readings to people that are helpful. Again, the general readings will not apply to everyone, but I do offer private readings on my website, which I'll put a link below to Heart Guided Intuition, and so you can follow the link below to purchase a personal card reading for you on any topic that you like, according to how long of a reading you'd like. In a shorter reading, we can really get just into mainly one question. A lot will come through me that's not in the cards, because as I said, it's all channeled and coming from spirit, and I will always pray to spirit before I start a reading. So my goal here is to is to be of assistance and to be of service. And also, if I'm seeing something on the cards that's like a difficult energy, I will always clarify it and ask for a way to transform. How can that energy be transformed? How can this, whatever is coming up for you in your life, be transformed? Or what can you do to work through it in order to move through it in a way that brings joy, brings healing, brings health to you, brings you to a happier place in your life. So I do want to again state that these card readings, they're not intended to be a substitute for healing or any kind of medical assistance or anything else that you might need. You can look at this as just entertainment. I hope that the spiritual guidance that I provide with the help of my guides is helpful to you. And that's basically it. So welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy the readings. I hope that they are helpful to you. If they are not, please refrain from being unkind, because I am, using my time and my energy and really coming from a heart-centered place to be of assistance. So if my readings that I do don't resonate with you, feel free to check out other readers here on YouTube. There are so many, and there are some that are really incredible. There are some that I watch regularly, and I find great inspiration from their readings. So with that being said, I just want to wish everybody health and healing and love and blessings. And thank you for tuning into my channel, and feel free to check back often for new readings. Like I said, I'm going to begin with weekly readings for each astrological sign. Please subscribe. Feel free to share my videos with people you think might find them helpful. And also, if you would like a personal reading, please go to the link below, heartguidedintuition.com. And thank you again for being here. Peace, love, and blessings to all. Thanks.